The UFC no longer has a face of the sport. And what I mean by that is, with every sport, there's always that one athlete that almost everybody knows. Even if you're a new fan, a longtime fan, or even someone that doesn't even watch the sport. Regardless, everyone is going to know who that athlete is. With basketball, it's LeBron. With football, it's either Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. And with boxing, it's either Floyd Mayweather or Mike Tyson. But ever since Conor McGregor left the UFC, because we all know he's not going to fight again, there hasn't been another fighter to take his place by representing the entire organization and sport of MMA by becoming a household name and bringing in new fans. But despite there being no current face of MMA, the UFC did try for a few years to create a new fighter that can have the same star power and impact that Conor McGregor had in his prime. So let's quickly go through those fighters that were meant to be the next Conor McGregor. The first fighter is Cody Garbrandt, who at the time it made perfect sense for the UFC to promote him as being the UFC's next big star, because after his beautiful performance against Dominic Cruz at UFC 207, he started to become a bigger name and grow in popularity. But as we all know, over time Cody's chin did not hold up, especially after fighting a roided up TJ Dillashaw. Cody No Love went from being the next face of the UFC to no longer being in the top 15 bantamweights in the world. And when it comes to the more recent former champions like Israel Adesanya or Sean O'Malley, the UFC did a pretty good job in promoting the both of them, because at a point Israel Adesanya was one of the biggest names in the sport, and he's considered to be one of the best, if not the best, middleweight fighters of all time. And with Sean O'Malley, I think it's pretty obvious what the UFC was trying to do from the start by pushing him towards the title shot, by putting him on such stat cards. But the only issues with O'Malley is that a lot of MMA fans disliked him because he's either cringe, or the fact that some people say that he robbed Peter Yan. But ultimately, with the current state of the UFC, it's a good thing that they're not trying to focus on having this one sole fighter represent the entire organization and the entire sport like Conor McGregor once did, because it will kind of put them in a bad position once that fighter eventually loses and fall off. And when we have fighters like Alex Pereira, Ilia Topuria, Islam Charles, and Tom Aspinall, there really isn't any need for them to put the spotlight and pressure onto one fighter by themselves, like how other sports does it with their best athletes. But if I had to choose though, I would say that right now it's between Ilia and Alex. And even though Ilia is just starting to show his greatness as being champion, I think that right now he is the closest thing the UFC would get in trying to find someone to be the next Conor McGregor. And with Pereira, most fans are already putting him in the GOAT debate, which personally, I think that's crazy. That's a crazy thing to do. But already having Alex in some people's GOAT debate should be enough of a reason as to why he could be one of the faces of the UFC right now. But let me know what you guys think, and if the UFC should have a face in the sport. And if so, which fighter would it be? And please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.